We are live, ma'am. We can start.
Hi, welcome to the Property Show. I'm Jayashree Kurup. I'm editor MBTV. I have with me Mohit Arora. He's from Supertech. He's the director. Mohit, thank you for joining us. Difficult times, Mohit. Business has come to a halt and then restarted again. And today we're talking to you about how you can. What are your strategies for getting those houses completed and delivered at the earliest? So, thank you for joining us, Mohit.
Thank you so much, Jashi, for having me on your show.
Yeah. Mohit, help us understand broadly what is your strategy at Supertech. How many projects are live currently, and how are you? Which geographies are they in?
Okay, Jashi, as you said, business has come to an halt, that is for sure. And we at Supertech, as well as our real estate fraternity, we are pushing, we are touching every stone, every corner to restart the industry, in whatever way we can. And till some to some extent, we are getting success also and support from government and departments like RERA. So I'll tell you, in lockdown period also, we at Supertech we have delivered about 550 units in the period of lockdown also. But it's very less number compared to our annual target of 10,000 houses out of our 80,000 house portfolio at our group. Uh, so yes, the things has come to a big slowdown at real estate.
Okay.
What we are doing basically, we are managing through various. We are taking various steps to overcome this. Basically, there are few factors. One is labor. We all know that labor, all migrating labor have has gone back to their houses, villages, and it is a task to bring them back and put them on work
Have
because everyone is afraid. Everyone is not sure of their livelihood. Will they be paid or not? So to gain that confidence in workers, that's a challenge. But to some extent, we have overcome that challenge, and people are now started to join back.
So, what percentage of labor do you have on your sites right now?
So now on most of our sites, we have reached 50% of our usual strength,
Yeah.
but it's increasing every day. And we see next 30 days or so, we expect that 90 to 100% labor will join back.
Okay.
So what they needed is confidence. They needed confidence of their livelihood. They needed confidence of their safety
Okay.
in terms of this pandemic and COVID-19 safety. We are taking all measures to give them confidence on both the aspects.
Okay. How do you do that? I mean, is it the same vendors who are bringing your labor back, or are these? Is the labor directly registered to you? How does it work?
So we have there are few ways. It's not the same labor mostly, but people who has come back to UP or Haryana, let's say people who were working in, let's say, in other states and has come back to their home state, they are also looking for work, of course. So government of UP has helped us big time in this. They have prepared a data and shared it with our developer organization called Neredco, which is a national developer-based organization, and we have shared that data among all our developers, and we are using that data to call these laborers who are looking for work into our sites. And in last a month only, we have been able to put 1 lakh people across UP at work through this Neredco platform and through help of UP government.
Okay. What
So
about Haryana? You're also working in Haryana? You
yes,
mentioned.
we are working in Haryana as well. There also we are getting some support from government. Plus, our contractors are also working very aggressively to bring people back. They are organizing their own transport to send to their villages or their hometowns to bring back the laborers. But these laborers are the one who are in-state labor now. Earlier, what used to happen, people from UP were working in Maharashtra, people from Odisha and let's say Bihar, and these places were working here in NCR. But that reshuffle has happened, and people in home state people are coming to work now.
Okay. Do they
That's
come with their families or do they come alone? No.
No, they have come back to their families actually. They have come back to their families and they want to work in their home state only, near to their houses. and they so that they are very scared. They want to live near to the family, near to the houses, and that's what has happened.
What
But
about their accommodation, their safety? How do you ensure that?
so yes, I'm coming to that. As I said, we were able to generate confidence in them by giving them a proper sanitized accommodation near to our sites. We actually had labor camps before also, but now they are more safer. They are regularly sanitized, and the regular temperature checks and other symptom checks are there. And even on the site there is covid there are covid is someone called covid inspectors at our sites now who basically checks the precautions are uh, being followed properly or not.
So
So
does
that includes
anyone move
regular
outside
temperature check.
I'm sorry. Please finish.
So that include regular temperature checks, social distancing, those kind of things. So we have been able to give this confidence to our workers that our site is safe environment to work and they can work near to their houses, near to their family also.
Do they go out other than coming to the site? Do they go anywhere else, or are they in the labor camps and then coming to work?
Yeah, mostly are in labor camps only, which are nearer to our sites, and they are being transported. If the labor camp is a little further, they are being transported by us or our contractors in a safe, sanitized buses, uh, and they are coming directly to the work and going back to their houses. So proper precautions are being taken.
You were also supposed to keep only one third of the workforce. There's more social distancing, right? Does that
Mhm.
mean that the number of labor working on the site has come down?
See, definitely, as I said, not more than 50% people are working at the moment. But with these precautions being taken, we expect these labors to come back in tune of about 90% in next 30 to 45 days. Yes, we have to maintain social distance. We have planned our activities in such a manner that distancing is being practiced throughout the site, and workforce which was probably concentrated in one portion of the project is now being spread out to different areas of the project, especially at Supertech where we have large size projects. It is very much possible for laborers to focus on different areas rather than focusing in one particular place. So we have been practicing it, and we believe even if 100% workforce come back, we'll be able to maintain the social distancing and other precautions related to
Mohit, you like we started when we said when we started that you have lost time. That 3 months, almost 3 months, work has not happened on the site. How do you cover up that time? Is there any way of doing that?
See, there is no way of doing that, and the biggest challenge right now is to restart the engine. See, real estate industry we all know was going through ups and downs of, and some we all know that real estate was going through a tough time. Plus, this scenario has made it more tougher for the industry. So basically, it's not just the labor. Labor is one aspect of it. Another aspect is finance, where the money will come from. Right now, we all know the situation of NBFCs and other banking institution in the country, and the lending to real estate has come down drastically. So that money has to be generated.
Yeah.
So we are also working upon generating money for the projects to get completed by various means. Of course, we are working with lenders closely, project lenders and project financiers and investors, people who have been supporting us in these projects. Plus, to generate more and more cash flow, we have introduced lucrative schemes for our new buyers at very competitive rates and never heard before rates, just so that we can generate this cash flow and finish our projects after all this tough time what we have seen due to this pandemic and time before that also.
So where are you in terms of finance? Do you have enough finance to keep the projects going right now?
See, we have enough finance. All our projects are financially closed projects. But what happens? Let's say one project needs, for example, 1 crore rupees. So we always think that okay, 50 lakh will come from bank or lender, and 50 lakh will come from sales and collection. So certain portion is always market dependent in a under construction real estate project. So when this certain portion is always market dependent, right now we all know in this after this pandemic that confidence has been shaken up from the investors or customer side. Is it a right time to buy or not? So that the certain portion which is market dependent has been slowed down. So what we are doing to fix that certain portion is to bring in lucrative offers, and we are also slashing rates just to give people confidence that if they buy now they'll get highest return on their investment. Also they'll get a better rate compared to any, I'll say, in last 10 years, 10 in last 10 years or so, this is the best time to buy, because first of all market has come down, plus developers are looking for cash flow, so you will get a very good rate. So developers are not thinking about their profits or margins, they are thinking about completing the project as of now. So if a buyer wants to invest or buy, it's the best time to buy from a developer.
I was to buy a unit in January and I haven't bought it. Now, when I come back to buy, what percentage would I get a benefit?
See, at least from January to now, it will range from 10% to 25% also.
Okay.
From in our projects, in Supertech projects, some of the completed luxury projects, we have introduced a scheme where we have offering up to 25% discount from 6 months back rates. So this is a very big cut which all developers, big developers like us, are taking just to raise funds and complete the rest of the project. So it's a very good opportunity for a home buyer to get into it, because these are ready to move in properties, ready properties. There is no risk of construction delays, etc. Plus, under construction also, people are offering discount, such discounts in under construction properties as well.
Currently, what are your targets of completed projects? How completed units? How many would you have? And in this year, what is your target delivery schedule?
See, as I said, our yearly target is 10,000 units per year, and last year we have been able to achieve that. We were able to achieve little short of 10,000. This year, we left behind our target due to this situation, and as you said in the starting, we can easily expect 6 to 9 months of delay of this year target. Our target was 10,000 units across the group in Noida, Gurgaon region projects. So we can expect about 6 to 9 months delay due to this 3 months of downtime plus restarting time. So plus finance arranging time. It can easily expect go up to a year also in some cases, but 6 to 9 most cases. This is what the delay which we are expecting. But we are on our toes. Not just us. Every serious developer in the industry is on his toe to complete the project as soon as possible.
So, how many units do you think you would be able to deliver this year?
So even though after this situation, we are expecting to deliver at least 5,000 units, 50% of our yearly target across our projects in Noida, Greater Noida, and Gurgaon region, and the balance target will shift to next year, and probably next year will be delivering about 15,000 units.
So you got it up in a year's time.
Yes.
Will you deploy technology to speed up construction?
See, at Supertech Group, we have talked at many forums that we believe in technology development, technology usage of more and more technology in construction of our projects. We, as a group, have pioneered in using technology like precast technology, where we build most of the house in a factory and we assemble at site. That's the technology which we brought in from Europe and Russia and implemented here at our project. Apart from that, also in our high-rise building, we use technology such as jump foam system, where it's an automatically shuttering system which jumps to the next slab automatically, and the casting of a high rise actually speed expedite gets expedited significantly. Plus, there is aluminum foam work and other technologies which we have been always using in our projects. And now we'll actually will have no choice but to use this technology, move these technologies in the project where it was not even implemented so far. It will be need of the hour, and we have been we have been doing this since before also, and now we'll be using it more.
So help me understand what is the who is your buyer today after the lockdown? Who's your buyer? Have you seen any kind of change in the profile of your buyers?
See, surprisingly, we have seen a good jump in inquiries in both luxury and mid-segment buyers also. I think people have realized the importance of having a own house in their lives now. After this quarantine and this whole pandemic situation, uh, as they say, the only vaccine, which is only a medicine for this COVID-19, was your own house. People, the only solution was to live in the house. And people who used to think that home is just a place to go sleep and all, and uh, where people are moving more and more towards rental more than buying a house, have already uh, changed their thoughts to buying a house now. We are seeing more and more people coming or inquiring about houses now, where people who are actually living on rents, and people who we call millennials these days, people who believe in lifestyle more than owning a asset or owning a property, are coming to us and with more and more inquiries. So we are expecting in coming few quarters we will see good amount of residential sales also. So these are first time. These will be first time home buyers, I believe. We will see a good spike in first time home buyers in this year.
What budgets do they look for?
So it's sub 1 crore property in Gurgaon, and sub 75 lakh 60 lakh property in Noida side. It is the most in demand property. And in Greater Noida, it is about sub 40 45 lakh in Greater Noida. So this is what people are looking at in these regions.
And what age group would they be in?
Yeah, surprisingly, this age group is as now starting from 30 years and above, and in some cases below 30 years also.
Okay.
Last week only we had a group of people who have just joined their jobs, and this is their first investment of their, which we did not see in last few years, young people buying property. But
And
now, after this pandemic, this whole lockdown situation, I think their parents and advice from their elders, everyone is getting the same advice that you should have your own home. So
and
that we'll see good spike. I think we'll see good
what is
spike.
the breakup of demand for completed houses versus under construction?
See, I'll agree to this that demand has gone more towards completed projects, completed housing now, due to various reasons. We all know the delays and everything. It's not that people don't want to buy a house. There is still shortage of houses, still shortage of homes in Delhi NCR, but people wants to move towards ready to move in houses, and we'll say about 70% of demand is for the ready to move in houses.
Okay.
But people who wants to invest slowly and go in stages, still go into under construction projects, and it's always cheaper to buy under construction project by sometimes by even 50%. Uh, so there is still set of people who wants to invest in under construction, but yes, a major demand has moved towards ready to move.
Mohit, a lot of people wait thinking that prices will drop drastically. Do you think that will happen? And you said you have already offered discounts post COVID. Do you think that the market pricing is going to change significantly?
See, market pricing has changed over the period of few years. In last 2 years, pricing was already down, especially in northern part of the country or Delhi NCR region mostly. And after this pandemic, I think, as I said, a lot of developers are offering good discounts because every developer wants to restart their projects and finish their projects and cover up for the time which they have lost in this pandemic. And I believe most of the developers are now offering discount which were already discounted since last year or so. So I believe it's a blessing in disguise for the people who want to get into housing investment or buy their own house, that this has brought pricing down, which was never expected, let's say 3 months back also, that it will go beyond that. There, as I said, developers are not thinking about their profits anymore. They want to finish their project. So this is the best time for a buyer or an investor to get into a project, get into a real estate investment.
What are the policy? You did speak about some states being proactive in their policies. What are the policies that have helped you get back into business so far, and what is still pending? What is your wish list?
See, some states have, especially UP, has supported a lot in restarting the work, which was a dual benefit or a dual purpose move from a government side, where government want their workers or migrating laborers to get onto the work. So they have actually organized the whole set of workers who want to work and find a job, and that actually helped also us also. So we really appreciate the effort which is being taken from state side to bring back the workers. And in some state, again in UP and some other states also, RERA has also is playing a very good role. They have been studying the situation very closely with most of the developers, and they have been very upfront and vocal about this communication that projects may see delays of 6 to 9 months. They have also given 6 months extension in RERA completion date also. So these are some of the good steps which are being taken by states. Apart from that, what we have been requesting government is uh, uh, to incentivize home buyer to get into real estate investment now. How that incentivization can happen by reducing maybe the GST on property, which is pretty high as of now, to up to 12% in commercial properties and 5% residential properties. That is something which can come down at least temporarily. And another thing is stamp duty, which also can government can look at, and in some places adjusting the circle rate. In some places, circle rate is way above the transaction rate of the market. So those are the relief which we are expecting from state governments. From central government also, we have requested few things such as restructuring of loans of term loans which are given to real estate developers, because there is almost nil cash flows in the project since last 6 months now, and these loans needs to be rescheduled or restructured so that they are not categorized NPA, and which puts a company into trouble. So that's one thing. And we have also requested central government to push for the disbursement of stress relief fund, which they introduced last year, a 25,000 crore real estate stress fund for all the real estate project for their last mile funding. It's a very good step which was taken by the government, but unfortunately disbursements could not happen, uh, even 10% of the budgeted amount. So that's what something which we have requested to central government and honorable finance minister also, to push to expedition of release of this stress fund to the real estate projects.
Uh, there has been a lack of trust between the consumer and the developer. In this scenario, how do you connect with your consumers, and what is the outcome of it?
See, lack of trust is was there because delays in the projects. So what happened, as I explained earlier, is the cost of the projects is 1 crore rupees. At least 50 to 60% is market dependent. So developer invests 30 to 40% of their equity, and rest come from either financial institution or advances from customer. So because market has been turbulent in last few years, uh, due to which people the certain the portion which was market dependent could not be fulfilled in the manner it was supposed to be fulfilled. So what happened? Projects got delayed, deliveries got delayed. This was not an intention, bad intention of any developer, but this is what market has seen overall in last few years. So that was the reason some people lost trust on the develop under construction projects and moved towards ready to move in projects. But at Supertech, we have been continuously delivering at least 10,000 units a year, and now most of the projects of ours are 90% completed. So people who are buying from us, they can actually see the projects at 90 plus percent stage of completion, and there is no risk of delayed delivery, etc. Because it's just the last mile finishing work which is left.
So,
So
Mohit, if I come to you and buy a project that is say 90% complete, when I come to you, how long do I, as a consumer, have to wait before it is delivered? How long between the 90 and 100? How long does it take?
so 90 means 3 to 6 months, 80 means maximum 2 year. So most of our projects, be it Noida or Gurgaon projects, are between 3 to 1 year timeline.
Okay.
So there is no greenfield projects which we have, nor we have any plans to launch at least this year or the next year. So agenda of the or the purpose of the company or the group is to complete the project which we have in our hand and deliver them. So and most of, as I said, most projects are 80 plus percent of construction completion.
And are you communicating with the consumer when what is the expected date of delivery?
Yes, so we are regularly in touch with our consumers or our customers by one way or the other, and we have been communicating them by, of course, emails and telephonic conversation. But we are also organizing site visits for our existing customers on a continuous basis. And people are coming and witnessing the progress in their own houses on a continuous basis.
And is it safe? How many people are looking at virtual viewing, and how many people actually come to the site to view?
See, it has started increasing now. Most people are actually comfortable in virtual being as of now after this
Yeah.
pandemic situation. So we have been providing them with pictures and virtual tours on through our website, etc. Over the past few weeks, we have been seeing increase in traffic at our sites also, where it was 2 to 3 people coming every weekend. Now it has reached up to 40, 50 people coming every weekend, every site, which used to be 100 plus number or 150 plus number earlier. So we are seeing confidence is coming back. People are taking proper precaution, and we have also uh, made our site offices or sites proper. We are also taking every precaution with social distancing and sanitizing, etc. So people are coming back.
So you're saying that it's the first time the millennials who have come out in droves to come and look for the houses that they want to live in. You're also saying that completed flats though completed flats are in vogue, in demand, but anything that is about 90% complete is 3 to 6 months away, right?
Yes, yes.
And there is a demand for that also. And you're also saying that you have dropped prices for serious buyers so that the buying cycle starts, so that you can cut profits but reduce inventory, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mohit.
Thank you, Jashi, for having me.